See real quick, make sure this is all working good. Maybe? Maybe? Is it working? I don't know why it's telling me. What? It's not even coming up. I'm a streaming. Why is it not coming up? Alright, let's do this. Let's see here. There we go. Now can I hear it? Alright, there we go. Alright, so let me kind of go over some stuff. I'm going to kind of show you a few things. One, like, I do play this a lot, but I'm nowhere near had the time that most people do to play. So even with that being said, if you look at this, I'm actually pretty much 90s all the way down, except for my Warlock bond. And we'll go over that in a minute. But even with that, right now I'm very close to reaching plus 20 bonus on my artifact for power level. And obviously I have all this done. So how am I knocking this out so quickly? Well, I'm going to show you a couple things. First thing I would like to do is, hold on one second. I don't know if you can still hear me or not, but what I'm doing is I'm changing my settings right now so that what I call time travel, so I go into the future, and then that way I can not have other people in my game. Alright, so here we go. Now, as you can see, when I do this, if you notice my little cursor right here, you see how it's got that little loading symbol inside the cursor as I'm moving it around? There's nobody in the game. You'll also notice that I will not matchmake with people as I'm going. Gives me a chance to actually go through and do a lot of things. I don't have Dreaming City unlocked, so I'm not going to really go in there and show a couple things, but I am going to go into one of these here. First things first, some of the stuff I'm going to be showing you is actually a great way to get materials such as, well, I don't like Herald's piece, but where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Right here. Phantasmal Fragment. And every 10 Phantasmal Fragment, you'll actually get 10,000 Glimmer when you turn into, what's his name? Raul at the tower. So, that's one thing that's really great. The other thing that's really, really good about this is when you do that, get this up here. And so I'm at, what, 641,307. We'll just say 6, right? Alright, 641,307. So we're just going to call it 641. Oh, I forgot I had this song because I was testing out some stuff. Let me turn this back on. Alright, there we go. So, first things first, you can go to Eris. There's two ways you can do this. I'm going to show you both ways. First one,
it is yours.
Either way, you're going to be grabbing bounties. They're always going to be the same. They're never really going to change. And for example, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to look and see what these bounties are. So melee, arc, grenade, orb, and rapidly defeating. So I don't know how you want to run it. You usually have a hand cannon. Make sure you have auto rifles. The only weapons that really matter in these kind of things, I don't think I've ever had. No, I think there might have been a fusion. No, there wasn't. There's hand cannon, there's submachine guns, there's auto rifles, melee, grenades, rapid kills, void, arc, solar, damage, bounties. What else is there? Oh, orbs. So really important for orbs that you equip something, especially on your kinetic. So what I do here is I put on a kinetic siphon, so that way I can create them very easily with my guns here. Another thing is, so it says arc here, and I'll just tell you, there's something buggy about it for title lock. It says rapidly defeat combatants with precision damage on the moon. I don't know what the time delay is, but you can get this one knocked out like really, really fast. And then combat, obviously Glaive. We'll go over that build a little bit. My machine gun has this arc. I easily get grenade kills with this, and then orbs. So there's two ways to do this. I'm going to show you both ways. One is to teleport to Sarles Harbor. This is probably going to be the most effective and quickest route you can go to farm bounties. So if I were to put a stopwatch on right now, and I wish there was like a stopwatch timer or anything, and matter of fact, let me do it on my phone while this thing is loading in. I'm gonna go to my timer, and then actually I'm just gonna start it while it's on this black screen. I don't know why it's black screen right now, but Sony's network has just been terrible as of late. So I'm roughly about 5 seconds, 10 seconds in. Alright, so let's do this. Alright, now watch how fast I get title lock. Just aim for the head, that's all you gotta do. Headshot, 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 and title lock's down. Pitch a grenade, get some grenade kills. I'm not even worried about him. I'll switch over to melee. I don't know what I'm aiming at, but you'll also notice my grenade will come back very, very quickly. And also I get a lot of energy back really fast. So there's my crater. Got that one done. Let's get some orbs in there. You'll see I'm generating orbs by doing this. And I can switch back over and get my arc out of the way. Now let's get a bunch of enemies stacked. And there's some orbs dropped. 4 orbs. Love it. Shit. Alright, there we go. Attack something. There we go. If you notice on my screen right now, I have Warlord's sigil. Oh wait, here it took off. Dang. Might not get this one. Yeah, I'm not gonna get this one. Alright. So now I gotta wait for the next one to go. I'm roughly about 2 minutes and 20 seconds in right now, so I'm gonna wait for another one to come. Also, while you're doing this, if you're doing this route with the Sorrow's Harbor for bounties, grab some bounties. If it ever appears. Was not expecting it to spawn right there. Alright, let's make sure we're not dampering any of my progress here right now. So I need what? Orbs of Power, Easy, Melee, and Arc. Be done with this real quick. I'm at 3 minutes. Get him a real quick kill. Right. Generating orbs of power. Come on, orbs of power. There we go. That gets me that. There's my orbs. I don't have any. Shoot. Let me do this real quick. Since I don't have any more arcs, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna switch over real quick and rock this just so I can get the kill real fast. There we go. So right at 4 minutes I just did it. Now I'm actually messing up a lot. So right there, 4 minutes, 30,000 experience points. Now I'm gonna load the back up and I'm gonna go back to Eris. How do I? Why is it showing that like that? Oh, there you go. So it took me about 4 minutes to do that. And that's one way to do it. The other way is going to take a little bit longer. Teleporting always takes a hot minute, but like the other one we're going to do is we can run Lost Sector. I don't really know how. Oh, what did I say? 641, right? 641. So 41. 41, 30, 33,000. 33,000 right there I got. So that's one way you can do it.
The fight continues.
Now, the other way you can do this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 4 minutes, 31,000 experience. And you can just keep farming that repeatedly. And now what we're going to do is more orbs, auto rifle, hand cannon, arc, and solar. So find guns that do a combination. So right here, here's solar and an auto rifle. So I'm going to equip that. And if you notice, that's going to take care of auto rifle and my solar. Now, orbs of power with hand cannon, because that's going to be the kinetic for this right here. So kinetic siphon, and then my kinetic right here, so that's going to take care of that. Now the last one was arc, and here it is right here. So here's the other way. Now when you're doing this one, remember I was loading in that area, so instead of loading, I'm going to hit the start button. And sometimes, depending on the situation too, when I'm speeding through here, I might grab a bounty along the way. Remember, I grabbed a bounty over there, and I died a couple times, and I was messing up, I was doing it, and I was in a 4-minute run. That wasn't even as quick. So, if I hit this, here's one I might want to grab all the time. It's on the route. Easy kills here. And you can kill some stuff along the way, but really what we're trying to do is get to this thing right up here. I might have to switch over to after I'm done with this other one, because I don't have machine gun ammo finder on, which is making this extremely difficult. Machine gun ammo finder is actually awesome for what it needs. As you can see, what I'm doing right now is I'm getting both my solar kills and I'm getting my auto rifle kills. You can also get something to shoot that guy and kill him a lot faster if you really want to, but probably this part right here, after this I'll probably get it. At least one? Nope. I will right here though. Watch this. So there's the Sun Axe. A couple more kills. These guys here. And that should give me my that. Now, when I'm over here though, what I want to do is get as many kills as I can with this. Where they at? Go. So that gave me 7 orbs. That's my orbs. And since I'm not getting machine gun ammo, what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch this over to Risk Runner. Risk Runner is actually really good because you can do both arc and sub. And if there's rapid fire, rapid headshot precision damage, you can also do that with that gun too. So it's kind of like a triple whammy. Really what it is equip guns that give you a lot of experience. Well, I'm sorry, a lot of, well, effectively take care of a lot of bounties. Gosh. I should be almost done with it. At least here in a second. Why am I missing? There we go. This will be my arc. Oh, and Risk Runner with the infinite ammo too when you get shot by anything electricity is awesome in and of itself, which is really good. And time. Alright, so I was checking it. I was on the phone. It was under 5 because I was playing around the phone. But anyways, again, I think it was 641 at first. Let's go back to here. So I was at 641, and then it went to 641 plus 33. That was 74, right? Yeah, so 74. So 36, 46. You'll actually get more experience this way, per se. So it really depends on how you want to do it. But you'll have to beat the mission. So it's hard to say, really, what you want to do. So that's the biggest thing. Let me go ahead and I'm gonna keep talking to you guys while I'm doing this. I'm gonna check this turkey breast or whatever it's in the oven. But yeah, the biggest thing is when you're doing bounties, Moon is probably the best, most efficient. But you can't dawdle on things. You have to keep moving. You have to keep killing stuff and keep running it. And it's a farm. Honestly, it's more legit than any AFK farm out there, for sure. Does a great job. But at the end of the day, it really boils down to your preference. That's only if you're trying to get some stuff going on. Man, this thing is not. Man, well, this turkey breast is not really. It's not really that hot. As hot as it should be, that's for sure. Uh oh. Well, shoot. I'm definitely not ready. So I'm going to need to crank up this temperature because it is not. I think she had it on too low of a temperature on this turkey breast. She's got the oven at that. I'm cranking it up. Yeah, that temperature is nowhere where it needs to be, that's for sure. Rory, stop, honey. So, bottom line is make sure that when you're running it, Moon is the best place to actually farm. If you ever want to do anything as far as like other stuff, I'll show you all that too. So, let me show you real quick. So right now I'm rocking. And I'll probably hit 20 by the time I do this. I just don't. I'd have to do this 10 times, and then 10 times what? 4 minutes? I don't think y'all want to watch me do this for 40 minutes. But so let me kind of go over this build. This is my Glaive build. I'm going to switch it back. just so you guys can see what I'm working with here. You will probably not have the same mods or the same setup as me. That's okay, but like this is me going a very long time trying to get the gear I want. Like this, everything here, with the exception of boots, I just haven't found boots that I liked. Like this one's okay, but I just don't. If I equip it, you see how I don't really have exactly what I want? Well, maybe I could. Maybe I could. Uh, yeah, this one's still better, what I have right now. So, regardless of what you're using, don't care what it is, make sure your resilience is at 40%, period. When doing a glaive build, everything is to preference, but really, my build is set up for the parasite. I cannot describe enough what the parasite does. I'm going to show you, but between Winter's Guile, Karnstein Armlets, and Necrotic Grip, the glaives are insane on the Warlocks. Absolutely insane. I don't know how a Titan works. I really wish I could, but for the purposes of this is what I call my Dragoon build, and I really tried hard to make the dragon with the helmet and everything else. If you can see, it's kind of looks like a dragon's helmet. And all this, pretty much every piece here, I believe, is actually from the newest. Well, this one's from the Warlock Dawning event, which just ended yesterday. Those are the boots from it. I actually have the whole setup. This one here is Lucient. This is it, the armor piece was just ugh, but the helmet is pretty awesome. But I felt like the helmet is too large for it, so what I did was this is also from the Dawning event, the Frost Reach robes, very very nice, just for this setup. And then lastly, I have Winter's Guile. This one here is the Bloodless Siege, I think, Blood Lineage. This one came from the Halloween event. The helmet's pretty cool too, because the helmet you can actually get. The whole setup for that one was pretty awesome. I'll show you. Like this was, where's it at? They're all blood lineage, if you will. But as you can see, it's like Dracula kind of thing. And then if you look right here, this one's kind of sweet too. Very nice. Um, so yeah, what was this? When did I get this? Velos Knight. Very nice. Oh, in case you're all wondering, this right here, this ship is, or the Sparrow, you get this one from doing the 50. Anyways, from completing the 50 nodes, I think it was, you get this, or destroying the 50 drones, not nodes, I'm sorry, there's 12 nodes or whatever, but the 50 drones, you get this right here. Kind of nice. Has a pristine look to it. Alright. So anyways, back to what I was saying. We're going to cover the build a little bit. Since we're already here, I'm going to show you the altars and why Parasite is so amazing. So let's go to altars. Just to show you. For this, I'm going to use Necrotic Grip just to show you how nasty this thing can be. Now, as you can see right now, I have 113, so I don't want 113. I actually want to get this as close to 100 as possible. With that being said, I'm going to have to come and find a piece of gear that it looks like I don't have a piece of gear that I can do, which is, you know what? Oh well, we're going to run 80 recovery. It is what it is. Alright, so biggest thing about this build when you're running Glaive. First thing is you need to get kills. And in order to sustain survivability, you have to get more kills. The necrotic grip in itself is when you kill something or you hit something and that person dies, you spread necrotic grip, which causes the poison. Provides a moderate benefit to the airborne effect instead of all weapons of sorrow. That's interesting. Anyways, damaging combatants poisons them, deals increasing damage over time. Defeating a poison combatant spreads a condition. So, poison. Very, very nasty thing indeed is the poison. So, let's talk about that poison. If you want to do more damage, they have solo operative this season, but I'm running passive guard for almost everything. Survivability for me is key. Um, this honestly for a lot of stuff is also pretty impressive and amazing. Lord Kelvin's Basilisk. But for your combat mods, they call it combat mods. Anything that's in the final mod right here, Artifice Armor right here, it will give you a 5th slot and it will only allow you to equip Artifact. As you can see, there's nothing down here. But if I go here, you can see there's all these other options. Artifice Armor or any armor that, I think they're all called Artifice Armor, but Artifice Armor allows a 5th slot that can actually equip another artifact mod, which does have stacking damage bonuses or stacking whatever bonuses on some of them that you use. So for example, if I do hand cannon targeting and I improve the target acquisition, I can actually equip it 1, 2, 3 times. And as you can see, 1, 2, 3 times. And it diminishes with each one. So maybe this gives you 20%, then this will give you like 15 or 10, and this will probably give you like 5. So still in total it'll give you a whole bunch, but it diminishes the more you have on. So let's go back to what I was saying before on this. Now we're going to talk about combat mods. I use Grenade Ammo Launcher Finder. You want a finder for anything in your power, regardless of what you're using, for the simple fact that you're going to run out and you need it. This season in general, and I don't know what next season is going to be like, but this season in general, if you are not using a Glaive, I feel like you really need to just test it and see exactly what's going on. Everybody uses everything like Cry Mutiny, or they'll use Wither Horde on this one, and they're all for it, but never have I seen people using Parasite. And I'm telling you, like, Parasite is so ridiculous. It's just, I just cannot describe in detail. For main bosses and dungeons and all that kind of stuff, for high-end content, yeah, it's like a one shot and then you're going to do a boatload of damage, but then that's it. That's all you get. But if there's ads, this gun, people do not understand its power and potential. So, with that being said, we're going back to combat mods because I'm all over the place. I use time dilation. Elemental mods that I'm going to create and I pick up are actually going to stack in duration. They nerfed Charge of Light mods for particularly the where's it at? Oh, Protective Light. I'm sorry, they nerfed Protective Light mod for Charge of Light. This one here, where is it at? Yeah, this one here was amazing a couple seasons back, and actually I think before Witch Queen launched, this was the go-to. It offered you a 40% damage resistance.
And anytime your shield broke, it consumed everything and gave you this massive damage resistance. And you're just like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. And it lasted for like 10 seconds or something like that. It was just so impressive. And then you would keep getting kills, and then it would just be up. And it was, oh my, it was just a clutch mod. And as a Witch Queen, they nerfed it down to 10%. No one's using it anymore. However, Well of Tenacity only gives you 5 seconds. And that 5 seconds, when you pick up a well, you get 50% damage reduction. And you can be proccing this a lot as long as you can keep making wells. So 5 seconds is not that long though, especially when I'm running something like grenades. So what I do is I run time dilation right here. So time dilation, as you can see, and then I'm going to stack well tenacity on one of them. I keep seeking wells because I want wells to come to me because there's so much chaos. I don't know where the wells are at, and I'm not going to play, babysitter trying to figure it out. If I made this into another well tenacity, I could have up to 15 seconds, and it's great. But trying to find my dang wells is just I haven't tried it yet, and I'm just like I don't want to waste 5 seconds trying to find a well. I'd rather just keep in the action because my focus is to get kills. My focus is not to get wells and try to figure out what's going on. So seeking wells is very important. So going back to it, time dilation, well tenacity. Right now, currently just this one is giving me 5 seconds, 50% damage reduction. This is going to make the wells come to me. Elemental ordnance. This allows anytime I kill something with a grenade for the well to come to me. Very, very important. Now, the last one here is I'm going to stack another well tenacity. So I think it actually can hit 11 seconds, but we'll just call it 10 seconds of 50% damage reduction. My grenades can come back quicker than 10 seconds because of a couple of perks. There's two different types. I'm not going to talk about Nezarac's Whisper just because I've shown Nezarac's Whisper when I was running Glaives and everything. This is actually when I soloed altars. I didn't even have the power that I've had now, and this is even more nasty. Now, and I'll kind of explain why, but really what it comes down to is this. Final blows with this weapon generate an improved amount of grenade energy. I think this procs only when I kill somebody with a projectile and not a physical melee. This one here is when I kill somebody with a melee attack, I get a 30%, at least they say, I don't think it's 50%, I think it is a 30% damage increase. And it lasts for about 10 seconds. Now, if I just melee somebody, not even kill them, if I just melee somebody with this thing or shoot them with a projectile, even if they don't die, it resets the timer. It could be at 1 second and I just melee them. Boom. It goes back to 10 seconds. So I'm basically keeping a 30% damage increase indefinitely as long as I keep attacking. Ambush is only like the first couple seconds, which is good. You really want to be able to get a kill very quick because once you get kills, then you're going to start stacking a lot of stuff. This one's pretty decent too. This says weapon deals increased damage against vehicles, turrets, barricades, and stasis crystals. I almost want to try this in that Seraph mission with all those turrets because it takes like almost 3 shots of this to destroy them. I wonder what happens if I equip this and then what goes on. So long story short, increases the weapon readiness though because I will be doing swapping between my grenade launcher and this. This one I did greatly increases shield duration. Your shield is very important. It's your clutch moment. Now, Nezarac's Whisper I think I had up to 61 or something. So this is not as much shield duration. But it's still very, very important to have shield. And I used to think shield was just stupid. Now I realize shield is amazing. In PvP, it's blah, like they can shoot through it and still do damage to you. But in PvE, though, you almost have like an invincible shield that you can't do nothing to you. I use major spec because I fight a lot of champions with this. So really, really important. Now, going over to this, all this stuff is up to you, except for these two. I would get as many of these fragments as possible. Child of the Old Gods is great, just because I can throw it. And when you hit them, you're causing them to be weak. And weak, I think, debuffs them for about 15%. Devour is like, this is almost like a necessity. If you don't run Devour, I don't, you just don't play Void. Bottom line. And now we're gonna go kind of through these. This one's the utmost importance. Melee final blows grant grenade energy. This counts for glaive melee kills. So every time you kill somebody with a glaive, your your grenade energy is refilling super fast. This one here is melee final blow start health regeneration. Now Nezarec's Whisper had extrovert, which when you kill enemies or something or near nightmares or something like that, you get health recovery. But and it's a lot better and it stacks with this. But this one here to have health regeneration at least starting is good. Whereas Nezarec's Whisper extrovert actually recovered health. But if you have Devour going and you kill something, then you're going to automatically trigger um, this anyways and get health recovery, and it gives you resilience. So this one is just an absolute important. These two are literally bread and butter, period. I don't need to use this one. I use it because I want more recovery. So more recovery, the faster your recovery is. So that's why I'd like to have max recovery if possible, but I don't have it. So anyways, this helps finishers. It kind of helps you when you're trying to get out of dodge. And then lastly, final blows and surrounded by combatants grant super energy. And you may not notice it, but when you start rocking it, this really does come in clutch. Oh, and lastly, use Vortex Grenade. Bottom line, you want to keep a DOT over time going on. If you want to really do something, you could switch this one out or switch this one out with where's it at? Where's it at? This one. But you're going to lose 20 this one, but you're throwing grenades left and right anyways, and you're weakening them. And I think it stacks when you're hitting them too for debuffing. So it's a judgment call, and I want my grenades more and faster because Nezarec's Whisper actually has a 6-round magazine. Judgment Kelgrath only has 4. And Demolitionist is every time you throw a grenade, you get your projectile damage back. When I kill somebody with a projectile, honestly, that's where I'm, getting this thing going on, which is really important. Everything else, ammo finder, if I would say bar none, have a higher resilience. Next, if you can run discipline at a max, I would, and then next would be recovery. If you can get all 3 of these going at 100, perfect. Don't worry about intellect because if you use the final blows or surrounded, grant super takes care of you. Mobility, you don't need mobility. You really don't. You're not doing anything other than getting in the mix. People are going to watch you fight so many things and wonder how are you even alive. And I'm going to show you that. Alright. Lastly, strength. You don't use strength because when you have strength, you can't. See how I can't use anything? I can't do nothing. There's nothing. Nothing at all. There's nothing I can do with this unless I switch over this. So I'm never using that. So, let's go on to this. There's a couple options here. Um, I'm going to go over both of these. Solo Operative is awesome. Cannot stress it enough. It is amazing. I'm going to show you a little bit of both. Here, for the point of how much damage I'm doing, I think I'm going to go ahead and run Solo Operative. And if I die, then I'm going to put Passive Guard. Passive Guard, it says receive less damage from combatants that are close to you while you are wielding a glaive. I don't know how close, but in instances where there's a lot of enemies close up, especially here, it's going to offer you, it's going to be up all the time for all these enemies trying to attack you. It's giving you a 50% damage reduction. I cannot stress it enough. A 50% damage reduction. If I wasn't doing altars, I would keep this on all the time. If you run any other build, obviously you're not going to use this, but Solo Operative is amazing as well, because everything you do, your projectiles, your guns, your melee, your grenades, your super. Everything you do is 15% more. So we're going to go in and equip that. Alright. So,
It's right behind me. I can feel it.
I want to show you this one too. Grenade launcher holster. I doubled up on it because I want to show you real fast. Oh, I don't have any grenade. Basically, if your grenade has 6 rounds, 5 rounds, whatever, it's reloading each round over time because Parasite's a one hit wonder kind of thing. You shoot it and then you have to reload. You shoot it, you switch to it. Okay, so boom, you shoot it and then you load back, and then all of a sudden, like within 3 to 4 seconds, it's back. And we'll go cover over that. So anyways, let's show you. I want you to also pay particular attention to how fast my grenades come back, and everything else too. Okay, see how much damage? I don't know if you can see it or not. See how 24,000? And as they explode, things are dying, right? So watch this. I shoot him. Now I have more damage boost. Now I'm up to 20. What is it? 21,000. There he is, ass. There you go. Alright. So, just to show you this one. So I'm like, now I'm at times 20. Alright? I'm going to show you how much damage this thing does. See that guy right there? Oh. I didn't even touch him. What the? Okay. Alright. So let's see. Here's that boss, right? I want you to take a look at how much damage this does. 381,000. See all that? Now, see how long that takes to reload? And there, right there, you're going to see resist times 3 come up. Yep. For 11 seconds. This is back up, 11 seconds. If I had passive guard, that wouldn't have killed me. If I had passive guard up, that wouldn't have killed me. See if I'm up close. See where my, so I'm halfway on my thing, right? Watch when I kill him. Boom, almost filled all my grenades. Watch the damage. Instant kill. And believe it or not, it, like, as I'm killing stuff, it just keeps going on. So, that gives you an idea of what it's like. But I'm not going to waste my time constantly doing that, so now I'm going to switch over. I'm going to show you Winter's Guile. And this is my bread and butter for almost everything I do. Okay. That's good. So, notice my recovery is 34%. If I got it up to 10, it would be 43%. But it's like, choices. I wonder if I should play around with this until I can get something, maybe?
Like, I don't think any of these will get me close. You know, like, none of these. See, that one's close. It's just none of them have the same effect. And then the boots the same way. Because I need recovery high up, so I could probably run... what's that, 28? 28, 25, 18, 28, 25, 18. So we'll run Dreambane, and then let's see if we can get... how high we can get up there. Yeah, see, I'm still not getting up there. Is that running a 1 or a 3? Let's see, that's a 3. Oh, it's close. That is close. But no cigar. It is close. But it's not where I want it to be. So we're gonna have to run it like that. Now, let me show you. Where's it at? I think it's under here. I hope it's. Oh, it's attack. Defend. I can really show you some madness. What else can I show you? I mean, this is 3 people. Unstoppable barrier. Let's do this. I'll show you this one. We're gonna do Heist Legend. You're gonna think I'm nuts. Just to give you an idea. Now, it will take some skill to pay attention. It's gonna take you a minute to learn how to do it. But again, going back to what I said, you need to make sure at all costs that you have Worm's Hunger on Parasite up times 20.
You're in the thick, Guardian.
I'll show you how this works.
Pretty sure they know you're coming now.
Then there's no time to waste.
So that's about 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 12. There's 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And when you see what I'm counting, see how my Worm's Hunger on my screen is now at times 20? That's important. Also pay attention to Warlord's Vigil. It stacks up to 5 times. Now I'm at 23,000. Even the Monarch hits for about that. See how it's 11,000? 11,000 a hit, okay? And if I can kind of show you what's going on with these hits. 11,332. See, I'm at 23. I'm at 35. 44,000. And I didn't even use. Oh, I have close to melee up. So there's the guy.
Hang on, Jinju. We're in for some chops. The Hive are sending an ogre.
lot of people can't do that at all. This is too much. And no hide. No way. Like, even the strongest of titans will not be able to handle this level without doing dodgy covers and stuff like that. First tower's down. There's boss.
Moving back to a holding pattern. Good luck.
Got distracted. Oh, well, there you have it.
Is the turkey moist? Have you been basting it?
Yes, I've been basting it.